Hello and welcome to the episode of me doing all of the story quests on Ironman, and no, I don't promise not to look up guides, where we do a whole bunch of the short, novice, free-to-play quests, preferably, because so far I have been going very slow, but I do have a very awesome set of iron armor, so I'm very proud of that, so I'm not apologizing for going slow. And actually, I won't say screw my audience because my audience is nice, kind, and sweet, but in general, I'll work on not being Canadian because I am not from Canada and not apologizing for living my life. So if this series ends up going really slow at some point, I will do my best to resist the urge to issue an apology, yes. That being said, I don't know if you can tell, but I am recording this at like 11:20 a.m. and it is daylight hours right now, which is why my lighting might be a little bit different. If I thought that this world felt very populated at 4 a.m., that's nothing compared to midday. One of the things that I am gonna be looking forward to when I do eventually finish free-to-play quests and I do actually pay a subscription fee is the fact that because the world map is gonna be so, look, it keeps on going, so much bigger, and I think a singular world holds only 2,000 people. It means that they're gonna be a lot more spread out, and I will feel a lot less overcrowded, hopefully. So yay for antisocial tendencies. Anyway, let's kick off this episode by shearing some sheep, aka sheep shearer. What are you doing on my land? I visited you once because I wanted to punch some chickens. Very sorry about that. You're not the one who keeps leaving all my gates open and letting out all my sheep, are you? I hate closing the doors, so that could be me. I'm looking for a quest. You're after a quest, you say? Actually, I could do with a bit of help. My sheep are getting mighty woolly. I would be much obliged if you could shear them. And while you're at it, spin the wool for me too. Yes, that's it. Bring me 20 balls of wool, and I'm sure I could sort out some sort of payment. Of course, there's the small matter of the thing. What do you mean, the thing? Well now, no one has ever seen the thing. That's why we call it the thing. Because we don't know what it is. Some say it's a black-hearted shapeshifter hungering for the souls of hard-working, decent folk like me. I brought a sword, that's not gonna be a problem. Others say it's just sheep. Well, I don't have all day to stand around and gossip. Are you going to shear my sheep or what? Yes. I'll shear your sheep. Good. Now, one more thing. Do you actually know how to shear a sheep? No. I don't, actually. Well, first things first, you'll need a pair of shears. I got some right here you can use. Oh, you're actually handing it to me. It's also on your desk, but from the last quest we did learn that stealing is wrong, so maybe we shouldn't. You just need to go and use them on the sheep out in my field. Yeah, that seems fairly logical, sounds easy. That's what they all say. Some of my sheep don't like it too much. Persistence is the key. Once you collected some wool, you can spin it into balls. Do you know how to spin wool? I don't know how to spin wool, sorry. Don't worry, it's quite simple. The nearest spinning wheel can be found in the first floor of Lumbridge Castle. Are we counting from the ground floor and then first floor, or are we saying that the ground floor is first floor? I don't know why I'm asking, I'm gonna figure it out in about 3 minutes from now. To get to the Lumbridge Castle, just follow the road east. This icon denotes a spinning wheel on the world map. Thank you, game. Thank you! It has to do with crafting, and I have never done crafting in this game yet. Door, please. Who closed it? Was it the regular farmer that just closed it? And I'm pretty sure that climbing over the stile is the regular way of getting into things. Oh no, there's another person doing this as well. See? Population density problems. This one looks a little too violent to share. Is it because it's a ram? It needs to be a sheep, right? Yeah, apparently it needs to be a sheep. And it needs to have wool on it. Yep, this should be absolutely no problem. I was saying something about crafting. Yeah. Brain, come on. There's 2 brain cells that need to touch for me to have a thought. There we go. Here's crafting. Here's a crafting guide. We can do spinning wool, and I do believe that wool is used in making ranged weapons later on. I don't know if it's used in anything else. Well, that and leveling it. Because, for example, you can make jewelry, and I'm pretty sure you can enchant jewelry, and that's half the point of making jewelry. So, crafting is useful. Spun wool feels like the kind of thing that would be more useful for members. But I entirely forgot who can make ranged weapons. It's not through crafting, right? It is, yep, it is through fletching. Pretty sure that bows need spun wool. Please don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure means I haven't actually checked it out. I'm going from memory from far, far, far away. Anyway, I am gonna see you at probably the spinning wheel unless something really weird happens. Okay, that was definitely... That's weird. That's not a sheep, that's 2 penguins in a sheep costume. Excuse me? Come back. Come back here. That's a sheep, I think. I can't talk to sheep. No, it's definitely not a sheep. That is definitely not a sheep. A sheep, question mark? So that's what the thing is. And I can't shear it. And my character refuses to talk to it, so I suppose it's just a funny little gag thing. Why aren't there 2 penguins in the sheep costume? Huh? I'm so confused. But at the very least, we got to see the thing. And we're definitely not mad, so there's that. I think. I can't guarantee that we're not mad, actually. Okay, we have arrived at the spinning wheel. I have found out that RuneScape developers are doing it the English way, which is to, well, should I say the British or the English way? Which is, ground floor is the first floor at the bottom, and then first floor is the floor that's one above. I remember in Lithuania we would just call ground floor first floor, and I'm pretty sure that Americans also call ground floor first floor. But in UK, ground floor is like ground floor or floor 0, and then first floor means that you live up 1 flight of stairs, which is, you know, a little bit confusing when multiple different countries try to speak to one another. Also, it's kind of nice that this game just has like very simple tutorial quests, like Cook's Assistant was another one of those, because it kind of taught you, well, cooking, where it's just nice little intros as to how the game works and how the mechanics works and how I will take that mind rune, thank you, and how all of like the professions sort of work. There aren't really a lot of quests like these, but I do like that they just kind of exist, and I do appreciate that nice little Easter egg of just 2 penguins in the sheep costume. Like, that was really weird. Anyway, see you back at the farmer. What are you doing on my land? Fred, I've seen the thing. You actually saw it? Run for the hills, Story Mirta, grab as many chickens as you can, we have to. Fred! Flee! Oh, woe is me! The shapeshifter is coming, roll! Fred! Doomed! What? It's not a shapeshifter or any other kind of monster. Well, then what is it? Well, it's just 2 penguins. Penguins disguised as a sheep. I like that I'm not the only one that recognized that. My character recognized it too. Have you been out in the sun for too long? I need to talk about shearing these sheep. How are you doing getting those balls of wool? I have some. Give them here then. That's the last of them. I guess I would better pay you then. Hey. Look at us being the big boy people and getting whole 150 crafting XP. Anyway, we have a lot more quests to go through. I think I'm just gonna leave the shears here, but I did make some balls of wool for myself as well. It's kinda... Actually, no. No, I'm gonna hoard things and I'm gonna put this in the bank, and then if I ever run out of bank space, that's when I'm gonna drop it. I made myself some wool as well, so hopefully we don't need all of our inventory while doing these quests. We probably don't. If we do, I'll actually have to visit a bank. But, on to the next one, and it's gonna be Witch's Potion. Hello and welcome to Remington. This is a bit of a part that hurts my soul. This is where the housing portal is, if you remember, and if you can actually engage in housing. And even if I could miraculously just like raise 77 pounds in a couple of weeks to just spend on pleasure, I do actually currently still have enough money to like get by, even though the economy has been awful, and this is entirely off topic. But I'm very picky when it comes to leisurely spending. I definitely don't have that kind of outings that I could just willy-nilly drop 77 pounds, which is once again one of the reasons why I'm trying to push this series kind of forward before I take that plunge and pay that money, because any months where I'm not paying that money up front are still months where I can dedicate to trying to save that little bit of money. But this is a bit of a side tangent. This is one of the things that I'm really looking forward to. And even if I had that money available, by my own rules, I can't have it. I can't have it yet. So, fingers crossed before January. Let's see how we get on. We came here for the Witch's Potion. And I'm pretty sure that is my witch, because that is a player. I mean, they're at an appropriate spot right in front of a cauldron, but that's a player. What could you want with an old woman like me? I'm in search of a quest. Maybe I can think of something for you. Would you like to become more proficient in the dark arts? She has a skull on her shelf. I just noticed that. Should I bring mine? I should bring mine. Poor schoolboy doesn't get the school exposure that he needs to. I very rarely invite him to the videos. Good skull. He does decorate the top of my bookshelf really nicely though. So I'm gonna keep our nice Skullsy over here. He doesn't have a name. And that's not a real bone, in case you got concerned. Yes! Help me become one with my darker side. Okay, I'm going to make a potion to help bring out your darker self. Is it gonna be tanning lotion? You will need certain ingredients. What do I need? You need an eye of newt, a rat's tail, an onion. Oh, and a piece of burnt meat. Great, I'll go and get them. I've been looking for these ingredients. So what have you found so far? I'm afraid I don't have any of them yet. Well, I can't make a potion without them. Remember, you need an eye of newt. Off you go. Where would I find an eye of newt? Oh! Shit. Okay, my quest log literally has suggestions. Why did I just not look here? Fred the farmer might have an onion. Rat's tail, I could get one from a small rat. Piece of burnt meat, I could thoroughly cook a piece of raw beef. An eye of newt, maybe magic shop in Port Sarim would sell me this? So, I will probably need to actually visit my bank. Because I will need a way to set logs on fire. Can grab some logs here, and we do want to actually like do a log fire because otherwise there is a chance that I will cook the meat too well and we'll just I'm just assuming that one of these would have a tail. Ahaha, I assumed correctly. So rat's tail has been secured. One of the issues is that my cook level is actually pretty high by this point. It's 24. So my chance of burning things is not that great. Do you have like a spare tinderbox by any chance? Yes, you do. Great, because I don't want to go home. That's legitimately my excuse. I don't want to go all the way to a bank. That's a magic shop. We're gonna need some onions and we're gonna need some cows. If that's a dairy cow, then it's surrounded by plenty of non-dairy cows. So let's just go there, kill some cows, get an onion. Yeah, do some things. Get something. Ooh! Onions! Why would I go all the way to Fred the farmer if there's an onion here? That didn't take me long to find the singular onion. I am so resisting the temptation to just rob the whole field blind. Because I'm like, oh, I found an onion. Let me just take all of your onions, deposit it to my bank, and then take all of your onions. But it's not like I'm making anything with vegetables right now, so there's absolutely no reason for me to be doing that. Plus, I do have limited bank space. Cows are that way. We'll meet you at the cows. Okay, so I've been killing cows in this field for a while. And this is gonna suck because I don't have quite a lot of inventory space, so that way? There we go. I'm just gonna attempt to get a burnt steak with the amount of meat that I have. I didn't need to be collecting cowhide, but there's this hoarder brain inside of me that goes, what if one day you want some cowhide? Why don't you just take some? So I did, but that decreases my chance of burning raw beef. Also, a special story, rather an event triggered, where a pirate appeared and just gifted me a gold necklace, and I'm not gonna be dropping that because I can sell that to a general store for a couple hundred, so it's actually a pretty good gift. Actually, can I examine it? Yeah, it values pretty high, so I don't want to drop that, but also my inventory space is shrinking, and I only brought one set of logs. Oh no, what do you mean I can't light a fire in here? Let me light this place on fire. Also, because it's midday, there's at least 2 more people with me in this field killing cows. which is just not very helpful in getting the cow kills that I want in my life. All. Please stop being good at cooking. Is this gonna be an actual problem? Thank God. Thank God. One burnt steak. Whew, I was so afraid that that's actually gonna be an actual problem because I'm slightly too good at cooking to burn steak now. But RNG gods of burning, may you always be in my favor. Our next stop is getting Eye of Newt, and I assume we can just walk into that store and buy one. Hopefully, I am correct. We're actually also so close to this store that I may as well not end this clip and just trade with Betty for a singular Eye of Newt. Why would you want them in general? Can I just... Okay, you won't buy that. How much Mind Rune costs? Not too bad. You know what? I'm gonna come back in here because the idea of wearing a... Actually, let's wear the gold necklace for now. Let's purchase a witch's hat just to be thematically appropriate. Right? And let's wear it because it looks cool. That's it. That's... Does it give any magical bonuses? At all? Magic damage +0. I have a defense, but that's because I'm wearing armor. Hard to tell? I could maybe get a magic attack bonus, but... Because I'm wearing full armor, I'm getting minus to magic attack, so I wouldn't know. That being said, even if it's just for the show, I'm not gonna lie, looks cool. So I ain't complaining. I'm also wearing the goddamn gold necklace that I'm about to be selling. Hi, Hetty! I came back and I brought a lot of stuff with me. Majority of it is not what you asked for, but some of it is. I've been looking for those ingredients. So, what have you found so far? In fact, I have everything. Excellent, can I have them then? You pass the ingredients to Hetty, and she puts them all into her cauldron. Hetty closes her eyes and begins to chant. The cauldron bubbles mysteriously. I feel like I should be memorizing the chant if I want to connect with my dark side. Well, is it ready? I forgot to put on a voice for Hetty. Okay, now drink from the cauldron. Drink from the cauldron. You drink from the cauldron, it tastes horrible. You feel yourself imbued with power. Woo! I'd take any free magic XP, honestly. This is magic XP that I got without using magical equipment, so really cool with me. Anyway, I believe a good next quest to do would be X marks the spot. It's novice, it's very short, it has no requirements, precisely what I need. Kinda a new quest apparently, but I'm sure we can manage it. So, I'm gonna meet you in the Sheared Ram pub in Lumbridge right after I deposit majority of my inventory into my bank, so that I'm not undertaking another quest with wool spinnies and cowhide. I've never done X marks the spot, so I legitimately don't know what to expect. Also, honeys, since when do we have a bank in Lumbridge? Like, this is very convenient, but it is messing with my memory. Like, something tells me that a bank in Lumbridge wasn't always there, because no matter how many times I search my childhood memories, I can't recall having a bank in Lumbridge and Runescape too, and I do know that we have had a lot of changes between when I was 10 and when I became 31, including like a lot of drop adjustments, a lot of like XP adjustments and that sort of thing, but it is very, very trippy to just have a bank there and they can't explain why. Anyway, hi, mysterious old man, I've heard you have a quest for me. Hello there. I am looking for a quest. Well, now that you mention it, I could do with some help. The name's Sveus. I'm a treasure hunter from the wondrous kingdom of Great Korend. Great Korend? Where's that? Across the sea, to the far west. It is a truly magnificent place. Interesting. So what brings you to Lumbridge? I am here on a bit of a hunt. The hunt for treasure. Back in my home of Great Korend, I came across a scroll. I believe it will lead me to something of great value. Alas, I've hit a blocker. The scroll has led me here, but as I don't really know the area, I'm not sure what to do next. Maybe you could help with this? Start the X marks the spot quest? Yes, but also I weirdly feel like I should have a shovel and I don't. Sounds good! What should I do? Take this scroll. It should lead you to the treasure I seek. Once you've found it, meet me at my ship. It's docked in the northernmost pier in Port Serem. Awesome! Anything else I should know? You'll probably want a spade. There we go! I find they're pretty much always needed when it comes to hunting treasure. Check the general store if you don't have one. I'll be sticking around here a little longer before heading back to my ship. If you need extra guidance with anything, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. Tell me more about Great Korend? Great Korend is a magnificent kingdom comprising of 5 cities. They are the cities of Arceus, Alovakengi, Shaozen, Piscarilius, and Hosidius. Each city is ruled by one of the 5 houses of Korend. At one time, the kingdom as a whole was ruled over by a king or queen that the 5 houses answered to. However, since the last king died 20 years ago, the kingdom has instead been ruled by the Korend Council. Sounds like a fascinating place. Anyway, I better get started on this treasure hunt. Good luck! Anyway, I better check the general store over here in case they sell any spades. I hope that they do, because if they don't, I'll have to find one. Ah, they do! They do sell spades! That's very good news. There are spades that just spawn in the world, but for the life of me, I don't know where. Within the town of Lumbridge lives a man named Bob. He walks out of his door and takes 1 step east, 7 steps north, 5 steps west, and 1 step south. Once he arrives, he digs a hole and buries his treasure. So what you're saying is that I should find a man named Bob? Hey, bartender! Okay, I can't ask the bartender if he knows of anyone named Bob. So this is Lumbridge. Smithing place, general store, destroyed house, pub, guardhouses, the castle, the church, axe shop, something next to the axe shop. There's like 2 houses that it can be, unless he lives in the graveyard. That would be weird, but not unheard of, and I would approve of that kind of eccentricity. So, this is a man. Are you Bob? Hello, how's it going? How can I help you? Okay, so he doesn't want to speak to me, doesn't... Oh, that's Bob! Bob, do you live in the axe shop? Yeah, I can trade with him. He lives in the axe shop. He walks out of his door, so here, and then takes one step east. Never eat seaweed. One step east. Done. 7 steps north. No, north is right above us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a grave in front of me. Did I miscalculate, or should we pretend that we're standing on a grave? 5 steps west. Never eat seaweed. So this would be 1. Then inside the church... Oh boy, this is gonna be weird. Two, 3, 4, 5. And 1 step south. Well, apparently not the correct location. Am I being stupid and Bob does not live inside the trade house? Is this just where Bob works? Because if we then assume that this is where Bob lives instead, then the count would be different, right? Never eat 1 step east from here now. 7 steps north. 1. Shit! Look at me being dumb. I found the issue. I'm assuming that north is that way when I have... Never mind. I'm good at brain farting. So... Remember, kids, don't assume where north is when you have a fucking compass just right at the side of your screen. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. 1 step east from Bob. 7 steps north. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually embarrassed that my cheeks are red now. West. 5 steps west. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 step south. 1 step south. Dig. No? Up. Ooh, that's behind Lumbridge. I was 1 step off, so maybe I walked north a bit too much. Oh god. Yeah. When I said that I am dumb, I was not lying. Easy quests got my confidence pumped up, but So, like, somewhere here. I want to be aligned with the kitchen. Ooh, I dug up a mysterious orb. The orb is cold. I can't use it. Okay. We have the orb. We did the thing. It's time for me to actually, like, deliver it to the guy. He said that he was gonna wait at this ship in Port Sarim, right? He won't be at the bar any longer, right? Ah, somebody's having a special frog event. That's cute. I remember one. He's here! Hello there! Hello, Beos. Let's talk about my quest. Okay, so... I do need to meet him in Port Sarim. I can't just give him the item here. Fair enough. We'll see you guys at whichever ship Veas is standing in Port Sarim. Okay, I found my boy Veas, so I should be able to give him the glowy orb thingy. Hello there. Hello, Veas. Let's talk about my quest. How's the treasure hunt going? What do you mean? Oh my god, so the orb is part of it? I don't just deliver the orb to him. But it's close, because the orb is warm and the last time it was cold. The orb is hot. Okay, so... the orb is hot and warmer. So it's this way. Okay, I'm figuring out how to use the mysterious orb. I did like half a quest and just wanted to end it. It's not gonna be down a trapdoor, is it? Still warmer. Not here. Warmer. Incredibly hot. Incredibly hot. I feel like I'm inching because the temperature is really misleading me. This must be the spot. It's another treasure! As Bzops. JH. QJH. QFO. QFO? What? What kind of word has two Q's in it? I don't even know a lot of words that do have Q's in them. Queen? Queer? Queef? Zops. This is definitely something that I'm gonna be looking up because I am not that smart. I did not expect X marks the spot to be this difficult. Shit. Okay. When we see the word cipher next time, we should try to actually push the letters around instead of trying to rearrange the letters, because I think that's not what the game wanted me to do. Because it's saying Drainer Pigpen. I needed to push the letters back by 1. I feel greatly dumb. I thought that I needed to rearrange the letters. We are in the Drainer village, right? Logic dictates there's a pig pen somewhere around here. That's a house, not a pig pen. I can't just reclass somebody's house as a pig pen, right? That is a pig pen. That is absolutely a pig pen. Hey, you dig up an ancient casket. As you do, you hear a faint whispering. You can't make out what it says, though. Must have been the wind. Anyway, this must be the treasure that Bears is after. I should take it to him. If I remember right, he's docked at the northernmost pier in Port Sarim. Yeah, I've been there before. When I thought that maybe he just wants the funny-looking orb. Instead of me actually, you know, following the orb to its destination. Jesus Christ! How is it that a cipher has done me in? I'm angry now. I am angry because it was push the letters back by 1. Push the letters back by 1, me. Push the letters back by 1. Ah! Hello, Bears. How's the treasure hunt going? I found the treasure. Excellent. I'll take it off your hands now. Give Bears the ancient casket. Brilliant. This is just what I was looking for. Thank you so much for your help. No problem. So what is this treasure anyway? Oh, nothing important. Just something that might be of use to me back in Great Korend. If you say so. Anyway, as promised, a reward for you. An antique lamp? Ability to receive clue scroll boxes? Have I just not been able to do that until this point? Anyway, I'll be getting back to Great Korend. I'm sure I'll be back here before long though. There's always more treasure to be found. If you ever fancy visiting the kingdom, come find me here. I'm more than happy to take you there. Consider it an extra thank you for your help. Sounds great, thanks, Vios. Can I go now? Can you take me to Great Korend? Unfortunately, it seems you're not quite ready to visit Great Korend yet. Come back when you are and I'll happily take you there. Don't just put membership ads inside your quest, man. That's really not fair. Anyway, this allows us to put any XP wherever we want it to go. Because smithing is such a pain in my ass. I'll just put it in smithing. Okay. Well, I'm not really in the mood for solving clues. I have been dropping them on the floor for quite a long while. You know what? Let's do another one for the road. So maybe I get to not feel stupid about myself. until the next time when we see each other. How about Pirate's Treasure? We're already here, we're right in front of the Redbeard Frank, and we have already been hunting treasure anyway. Hello!
Arr, matey.
I'm in search of treasure!
Arr, treasure you'll be after, eh? Well, I might be able to tell you where to find some, for a price.
What sort of price?
Well, for example, if you could get me a bottle of rum. Not just any rum, mind. I'd like some rum made on Karamja Island. There's no rum like Karamja rum.
Yes! Okay, I will bring you some Karamja rum.
You're a saint, although it will take a miracle to get it off Karamja.
What do you mean?
The customs office has been clamping down on the export of spirits. You seem like a resourceful young lass. I'm sure you'll be able to find a way to slip that stuff past them.
Well, I'll give it a shot.
Arr, that's the spirit.
Oh god, I have vague recollection of this. It might be that the only reason why I'm not gonna be stupid about this is because I have a vague recollection of it. And I might still be stupid about this. Okay, so he doesn't have anything interesting to say. He doesn't have anything interesting to say. So are you pirates? Aye, lassie, that we are. Aye, that we be. Nay, always you say it wrong. This we are, not we be. I be a pirate, not a scurvy schoolmaster. You be a fool and a disgrace to piracy. Now you be saying be too.
Arr, this thy fault.
I think I'll leave you two to sort it out. Okay, so they don't have any useful information. I think I just need to get my ass to Karamja and figure it out from there. And Trana is not the same as Karamja. If I remember, they kind of disarm you to go to Antrana. Do you want to go on a trip to Karamja? The trip will cost you 30 coins. Yes, please. I am rich now for some reason after I've done that last quest. Well, figuratively. As I have 221 coins on myself remaining. Can I, like, disembark, please? Yes, I can. Good. So first things first, we could do with actually getting that rum. Hello, you look like you might sell me some rum. Hey, are you wanting to try some of my fine wines and spirits, all brewed locally on Karamja Island? Yes, please. I will buy one Karamja rum, which cost me 30 coins again. This is a very expensive place. Now, I remember something about bananas in boxes. It's one of the reasons why I'm not gonna be stupid with this one. I have a memory. Hello, I'm Luthus. I run the banana plantation here. Could you offer me employment on the plantation? Yes, I can sort something out. There's a crate ready to be loaded onto the ship. You wouldn't believe the demand for bananas from Wyden's shop over at Port Sarim. Wyden's shop over at Port Sarim. Remember that one. I think this is the third crate I've shipped to him this month. If you could fill it up with bananas, I'll pay you 30 gold. So this is also a way to get free rum or your fare off this island, whichever you prefer. My question though is, where's the crate? I can see where the bananas be. I'm gonna be just filling up my whole inventory with bananas. I don't know will that be enough bananas, but it might save me on trips and banana plantation. Surely a box fits quite a lot of bananas, right? Because you effectively have to smuggle the rum out. And you do this by hijacking a banana plantation dude's crate. Okay, so you stash the rum in the crate. You pack banana into crate. How many bananas per crate? Pack a banana into crate. Pack a banana into crate. Pack a banana into crate. I wish that I could pack more than one banana at a time, please. Pack a banana into crate. Whoops, I dropped my banana. The crate is already full. There we go. So now we have some bananas and some rum stashed in there. And it's going to a shop in Port Sarim. I've filled the crate with bananas. Well done, here's your payment. Woo! Okay, we have done everything that we need. So where are these bananas gonna be delivered to? Wyden, who runs a grocery store in Port Sarim. I'm not gonna make him suspicious by going, so the custom officers are really annoying, aren't they? And I'm not gonna be smuggling out any bananas out of Port Sarim, even though I'm pretty sure that that's not a crime. But I'm gonna be full of that potassium, baby. I'm gonna be like the most potassiumed person on the planet. So, hello customs officer, can I help you? Can I journey on the ship? Need to be searched before you can board, search away. I have nothing to hide. Now you got some odd stuff, but it's all legal. Now you need to pay a boarding charge of 30 coins. Okay. Remember, if we ever want to earn our money back, we can just continuously stack bananas into crates, I assume. But that would be a very weird way of making money. And I'm pretty sure that even just blindly murdering things is a lot more productive than that. We now need to find a grocery store. In here. Is it where the cook range is? Port Sarim is not a very big place. Is that just somebody's house? If it is, it doesn't quite make sense that they would have a polling station, I mean. That is just somebody's house. We are 100% at Port Sarim. Oh, it's the gravestone icon, of course. How else would food be marked? Duh. Welcome to my food store. Would you like to buy anything? Can I get a job here? Oh, you keen? I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you a go. Have you got your own white apron? No, I haven't. Well, you can't work here unless you have a white apron. Health and safety regulations, you understand. Where can I get one of those? Well, I get all of mine over at the clothing shop in Varrock. They sell them cheap there. Oh, and I'm sure that I've seen a spare one over at Garen's fish store somewhere. It's a little place just north of here. So, well, I know where the fish store is. The fish store is here. And can I just steal it? Yes, I can. Look at me go. Look at me go. Can I get a job here? Have you got your own white apron? Yes, I have one right here. Wow, you're well prepared. You're hired. Go through to the back and tidy up for me, please. I'm gonna make sure to never show my face in here. Ever. After this. Because I feel kind of bad about cheating this dude. I only got this job for the one specific reason of getting my rum for me. Ah, thank you, childhood me, for doing at least one thing, right? To a point where we don't need to feel as bad about this. A sex marks the spot. That was a disaster. That was an absolute disaster. I now need to find the bar. I failed at a cipher. I failed figuring out where north is when I have a freaking compass on my screen. We're gonna have some nice Karamjan rum. And completely forget that that has happened. And just move on with our life. Hello. Matey. You brought some rum for your old mate Frank? Yes, I've got some. Now's the deal a deal. I'll tell you about the treasure. I used to serve under a pirate captain named One-Eyed Hector. Hector were very successful and became very rich. But about a year ago, we were boarded by the customs and excise agents. Hector was killed along with many of the crew. I were one of the few to escape, and I escaped with this. Frank happily takes the rum and hands you a key. This be Hector's key. I believe it opens his chest in his old room in the Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. With any luck, his treasure will be there. So why didn't you ever get it? I'm not allowed in Blue Moon Inn. Apparently I'm a drunken troublemaker. Okay. Well, I will meet you guys in the Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. Okay, I'm assuming that I'm in the right place because there is a moon outside in here and this is a bar. So this is potentially Blue Moon Inn. I see a chest and the door is unlocked. That's very convenient. So it's not like even a Skyrim thing. All that is in the chest is a message. You take the message from the chest. Visit the city of the White Knights. In the park, Sarah Dolman points to X, which marks the spot. Falador. We did a quest there for the squire. Just like in the last session. And I know where the park is. And I still have a spade on me. And I'm sure that I'm better at locating statues than solving ciphers. Doable. Let's, go and do it. So this is the park. And I'm pretty sure that this is the statue. Because surely there is only one statue, right? Yes, this is a statue of Sarah Dolman. And he points towards the direction in which X marks the spot. But it still has to be in the park. So there should be an X in here somewhere. Logically. Sarah Dolman points to the X which marks the spot. I don't see any X. Unless it's the bones? First moles, now this, take this vandal. Please tell me that I can defeat the simple gardener. There we go! Yeah, it was the bones. I thought that maybe a player just left it here, but no. That is an X. You completed Pirate's Treasure. One-eyed Hector's treasure. Well, what's inside here? I don't know why I'm just going, oh, as if this is like amazing, but 641 gold is a large amount of gold for this account at this time. I'm just gonna wear the jewelry. I'm gonna sell it because I don't really have anything what to do with it at the moment. So it's not gonna stay on me for forever. I just put it on for now. For one thing, it saves me on slots. So then, I think this is it for today. The next time that I record, I will have already uploaded Runescape videos online, which is kind of scary, honestly. Let's talk about some goals. Now, because I have 2 weeks on recording and 2 weeks off recording schedule, I don't want to be too mean to myself. I don't want to skip on family time. I don't want to not spend time with my friends. I'm gonna set myself a goal that's kind of high, but I think is reasonable. I want to hit 30 attack, 30 strength, and 30 defense. So that is like my next goal for the next time when I record. If I meet this, I want to move my woodcutting to at least 10 so that it's off from being 0. And then if I meet that, then I would like to continue improving my mining and smithing in hopes of actually ending up with a steel set of gear. But I think that that's gonna take a while because the full steel set of gear would happen just before I unlock Mithril, which is like in the 50s range, which is already kind of hitting, it's up there. But at the very least, as we are right now, we should be able to get stronger. At some point I should also do magic. I did get a staff for that, but I'm not gonna think about that right now. I'm just gonna focus on getting 30 attack, 30 strength, 30 defense. I think in 2 weeks. This is a doable goal. And if I find it to be too low, I can then also focus on other skills. I think that that is reasonable. So then, thank you so very much for watching this episode. I hope it's not too long once I cut it down. And I hope that you're still gonna continue following this series. I feel like I so fucked up today. Oh, that was such a bad quest. It's not the quest's fault, it's my brain's fault, but still. So anyway, if you would still like to continue watching, I upload every single Friday. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you so much for my Patreon supporters. And hopefully, I get to see you the next time. Toodaloo.